with Evan Drellich right now. He's a Boston beat writer for the Boston Herald. So, Evan, I know you're live from the ballpark right now. So, what's it like down there in Cleveland? We were worried earlier today that the game was going to get canceled. So, what is it like at the ballpark right now with the Red Sox?
Yeah, it's great, but the game was able to start on time. They were working on the field pretty heavily. We haven't had any rain lately. The Indians just pulled ahead on a home run off Pomeranz from Rajay Davis. Mm-hmm. We're in the fourth inning, and hopefully, because this is a makeup game, and the schedules would make it difficult to have them meet again. Hopefully, we get this game in.
Yeah, and the Red Sox are on a 3-game win streak right now. They defeated the Diamondbacks 3 in a row. They swept them at Fenway Park. And against the Yankees, their bullpen did not do as well as they hoped going into that series, and they lost 2 out of 3 with the Yankees. So now with the Indians right now, they're having some pitching trouble as well. So going forward, what do the Red Sox need to do to fix their bullpen issues? And do Red Sox fans seem to be worried about that bullpen?
Going into the trade deadline, I think the bullpen was a real concern, and that's why it's important for them to get Fernando Abad. They need Fernando Abad to pitch well. Koji Uehara looks like he has a chance to come back, and that could be significant if he can come back and be effective. It's a situation where if one guy goes down, you're worried. And they've been hit with a bunch of injuries this year. Koji, they lost Carson Smith for the year earlier. Craig Kimbrell's back from left knee surgery, but the knee can be sore. At the same time, these are some very talented people. Kimbrell's still one of the best in the game despite one of the highest walk rates. You saw Brad Ziegler the other day get out of a bases loaded situation. Matt Barnes has really emerged. So the bullpen has the pieces. I think at this point you just have to be concerned about health.
Yeah. So going into the September months, the roster's expanded in about a few weeks, and Yoan Moncada is a big name in that mix. Do you see Yoan Moncada making his major league debut and starting at third base, or do you think he'll be more of a pinch hit or pinch run used in the late innings of the games?
So Travis Shaw has been struggling a little bit of lately, and we've seen him be streaky at times this year, and it's a platoon situation at third base. I think if you're going to bring him up, you're probably doing yourself a disservice if you don't give it a full evaluation and see if maybe he could be the guy that down the rest of the way into the playoffs can help you. And I got to believe that if they were to bring him up, they would give him a chance. At the same time, you're not losing anything outside of, you talk about service time stuff, but in terms of his own development, there's no harm in using him in that bench role. It's just, I think it would be kind of difficult to have him there and not just see, okay, well, what do we really have? Might this be the answer for us?
Yeah. And 2 players, Hanley Ramirez and Stephen Wright, are both not with the Red Sox today. Do you have an update on when they'll be rejoining the Red Sox?
Yeah, they're hopeful that Wright can return from his shoulder injury. He's got inflammation in the throwing shoulder as soon as he's able to, which is August 23rd, which is next Tuesday against the Rays. So they're hopeful he can come back from the DL right when he's first able. And Hanley Ramirez is on the bereavement list. You got 3 days to handle those situations, so he will be gone through Wednesday, and you would expect him back Thursday.
Okay, and one more question before we wrap up this interview. Pablo Sandoval is also in the third base mix for next season. Where does Pablo fit in this mix at third base, and do you think he could be the starting DH replacing David Ortiz for next season?
Yeah, I think to go into the season planning for him to be that would be risky. I think you'd have to probably look at Pablo right now as anything you get from him is a positive. And I think that would be a bad offseason plan to kind of rest on Pablo as your guy. We were told by John Farrell a few days ago that Sandoval's lost 15 pounds down in Florida. So that's what the team is saying about him. And when they do go visit the Rays later on this road trip, Sandoval and Carson Smith, Smith is also out for the year, are going to visit the team and the clubhouse. And so presumably some of the media as well will get a chance to look at him, see if indeed he does show some signs of having an improved physique. But in terms of what you have in Sandoval, you got to wait till you get him back on a baseball field and see what kind of shape he keeps himself in over the offseason, because that's when the problems have cropped up the most in the past.
Okay, Evan, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule once again to do this interview, and good luck the rest of your week.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Fuse Nation, just heard it from Evan live from the progressive field at Cleveland. The Red Sox are taking on the Cleveland Indians right now. How are the Red Sox going to do the rest of the way? Well, we'll see. Thank you, Feuzion Nation, for watching. Stick around. I'll be going live with ESPN's own Dan Szymborski in about 5 minutes here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I will see you very shortly. Thanks for watching.